Hi everyone, Jeremy here. Thank you for watching today. So it's been a while since we've had a Saturday sketch, so I thought I'd bring a quick video to you. I have been missing over the last week or so. I've been working on a large project that I can't share at the moment, but I will show you a project share once the recipient has received it. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. So the inspiration for Halloween and autumn will continue next week. So I apologise for the delay in the videos coming out. So we've got this lovely style of sketch card here showing off all these beautiful pattern papers, the pumpkins there and the word smile. I found that I don't have many autumnal stamps in my stash, so I've used what I've got and hopefully you will do the same. So I've gone ahead and prepared all of my pieces off camera. The sketch that I'm using today is from the latest issue of Simply Cards and Papercraft, so issue 248. And in each issue there is one sketch and there's a designer then that uses that three ways. So Mel Jess has used this. So I'll just hold this up a little bit closer so you can see the sketch design and then the three cards that Jess has made there. Jess has also got her own YouTube channel, so I'll pop a link in the description box below for that, and Jess makes some wonderful 3D projects, so go and check her channel out. So I'm going to go through each layer, give you the measurements, attach it and then move on to the next. So I'm using a 7x7 card base and the pattern paper that I'm placing on the top is 6 3/4 squared. So I'm going to place that flat on my card. I'm going to use Collal glue for this. My card base is a shop bought one and they tend to be a lighter cardstock, around about a 220, so I like to give that a bit of strength. I'm using this as a top folding card, but obviously you can use it as a side folding card if you wish. Just place that one on the top. Next, I've got a piece of white cardstock that measures 6.5 by 1.5 and a piece of pattern paper that measures 6.25 by 1.25. So that will sit there like so. So I'm going to attach those together and attach it flat onto my card. So I'll just go ahead and do that now. Next, I've got a piece of 4 3/4 squared in white and in the pattern paper 4.5 squared. So I'm going to attach those together and use Collal glue again. I'm then going to rotate it so it's more of a diamond shape, and I'm going to pop that up onto some foam in the center of the card there. So if you are using directional pattern paper, just be mindful of that because you will be rotating the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach those together and then pop it up onto some foam. The foam pads that I'm using is from Creative Craft Products, and these are the 2mm thick white foam pads. Once I've attached this, I'll bring in the paper pad that I've been using and the additional dies that I've used to create the embellishments for this card. So I like to add a little bit of liquid glue on the back, especially if you need that extra wiggle time. So I'm just going to place that in the center. So the point should meet the edge of the pattern paper. So the pattern paper that I'm using is from Simply Made Crafts. This is the Autumn Fun Paper Pack. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, I will link it in the description box below. I've used the Creative Nestable Circle dies to cut the circle there. So they've got a really nice space in between these. Sometimes nesting dies can be quite large, but as you can see on these two, you've got a nice border there. Then I've used the word die Smile, and this is from Uniko, and this is the Smile layering die set. And lastly, from Made to Surprise, the Turn and Reveal collection, and this is the Halloween icons, so I've used the pumpkins there. So onto the next layer. I've got another piece of white cardstock that measures 5 by 5, and the pattern paper to sit over the top that measures 4 3/4 squared. So I'm going to attach these, and I'm going to do it flat on top of this pattern paper. So you want sort of an equal overhang on the edges. And then I've got my 2 circle pieces here. So I'll just bring in my ruler. The white is 4 1/4, and the pattern paper is just, well, 4. So that will sit just on top of there. So I'm going to attach those together and then pop that layer up onto some foam. So we can see the card starting to come together now. And then I'm going to add the Smile word die there, I think. And then I've got the 3 different size pumpkins. I cut a shadow piece to go behind, but you can keep this open if you wish. I've added some ink to them just to give them a bit of extra dimension, and I'm going to place them there like so. So the sketch calls for a rectangle here, but obviously I've changed mine up to the, I was going to say pineapples, pumpkins. Lastly, I'm going to finish the card off with some Nouveau Jewel drops, and this colour is Orange Marmalade, so it dries translucent, so it'll have that hint of orange when it dries. So I've just tested it off on the side to make sure that there's no air in the bubbles, in the bottle I should say, in the bubbles. And then I'm just going to randomly place them around the pumpkin, and the card is then finished. So I'm just giving my card a little tap to help those self-level. You want to make sure that you let that dry on a flat surface. I usually let mine dry overnight before touching them. So if you add, they might be dry, but then you could add some pressure on them and it will flatten the embellishments. So I'll just hold that up a little bit closer for you so you can see all of the lovely detail. So this card style is perfect to use up those pattern papers. I'm sure we've got lots of them in our stash, so it's ideal for this. You can change up the sizing. You don't have to have such a large card, but I just wanted to display all those beautiful pattern papers. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick Saturday sketch from me. If you have, you might want to hit the like button, leave a comment, or consider subscribing to the channel. If you recreate this card or anything that is inspired by my YouTube channel or any inspiration that I share on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, you're welcome to share in the Facebook group Gems, and I'll pop a link in the description box below for that. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!